you son of a bitch. Cause Punch Drunk loves ya.
What up? Y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka El Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. All right, man. It was a good night of boxing. Shout out to PBC TGB, Lou the Cuba, Al Heyman. Shout out to everybody, man. It was a great night of boxing. Upset. Y'all already know the world of boxing is talking about the upset of Caleb Plant losing to Armando Resendiz. A lot of people is happy that Jermall Charlo was back in the ring. Great victory, you know what I'm saying? Versus Lamana. Knocked him down 3 times. I believe the boxing world is good when the Charlos is active and ready to go and ready to get these big fights. Probably I put on the thumbnail that Caleb Plant fumbled the bag, but in all actuality, I think if Jermall Charlo still want that fight, then that fight is still good to come through fruition. I think it's more personal for Jermall Charlo. If it wasn't for the smack, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna put it like this, man. That smack was insurance for Caleb Plant's career, because if it wasn't for that smack, right, then we truly wouldn't be talking about Jermall Charlo versus Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Then we'd be looking at Caleb Plant retiring. To be honest, I think that if Caleb Plant didn't smack Jermall Charlo, I think a lot of people would be talking about whether Caleb Plant should retire or not. Man, he was getting beat down like if it was David Benavidez. Armando Resendiz lost with Elijah, 19-year-old, just 2 fights ago. You know what I'm saying? I think this was a fight that Caleb Plant should have looked good, should have looked great. I think he should have used his footwork better. I think he should have used an educated jab. But it seems like Caleb Plant is now the first half fighter. You know what I'm saying? The second half of the fight, I don't know. I don't think Caleb Plant really holds up real good. I don't think he got the punch resistance. I think his stamina runs low. That's just my opinion of Caleb Plant. I mean, Caleb Plant, I think that he does have. I think he does everything good. He don't do nothing great, but he does everything good. You know what I'm saying? Got a good jab, got good footwork, got good defense, got good. He's a smart fighter, but he does got testicular fortitude and mental fortitude. I think that's the only thing that's actually just lifting him up in making him end fights. You know what I'm saying? But I think after the 8th round, Caleb Plant is really not an elite fighter. I don't think he ever was a pound for pound fighter in nobody's list. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So, I think the only thing next for Caleb Plant is a possible fight with Jermall Charlo. That's only due for the smack. That's only due because of the smack. But yeah. But of course, man, I think that Jermall Charlo, man, like I said, for a long time, Jermall Charlo got one of the best jabs in the sport. Jermall Charlo said after the fight that he got one of the best jabs in the history of the sport of boxing. But I'm gonna say it like this, man, he got one of the best stiff jabs in the sport of boxing. He got an educated jab. You know how to time it real well. It's a power jab. He could hurt you. He can knock you. He can knock you down with that power jab. I do like Jermall Charlo's jab. I like Virgil Ortiz's jab. I do like Dimitri Bivol's jab. I think, but if and that's a jab that's rusty too. You know what I'm saying? Because Jermall Charlo his body did look, not as fit as it normally look. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was a great outing. You know what I'm saying? It was a good outing for Jermall Charlo. Haven't been in the ring like in 500 plus days. I look at that performance almost like the way that I was looking at Keith on Tom Thurman's performance, out there in Australia, like it wasn't a big name, but at the end of the day, skills pay the bills, and they show that they in another level, regardless of the names, and that's what you're supposed to do when you fight guys that is not supposed to be on your level. That's the way you got to take them out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That jab is the difference between pot shot and jabs. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that Jermall Charlo's back in the ring. Can't wait to see Jermall Charlo, his twin brother, back in the ring. Probably going to be back in the ring in August or September. Maybe rumor has it that Jermall Charlo is going to be back August 16th for the same card as Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach out there in Las Vegas. Hopefully he gets back in the ring. I see a great potential fight with Jermall Charlo down the line with Virgil Ortiz. I believe that Jermall Charlo versus Virgil Ortiz in Dallas, Texas, Cowboy Stadium will do 40 to 50K plus attendance. That's a good fight. We hear that Golden Boy Promotions has partnered up with PBC. There's a lot of people out there that was lying on PBC's name, saying that PBC is done, that they finished, that they're sinking, that they're sunk, they like the Titanic. A lot of these channels that like to piggyback off what Rick Glazier be saying out there in social media, seems like PBC is alive and well. Shout out to TGB Tom Brown. Shout out to Lou DeCuba. Shout out to Al Heyman. They already put up a great pay-per-view show with David Benavidez and David Morrell. They put up this show. Next month, they're going to be putting on Gervonta Tank Davis. They're going to be putting on July 19th. As a matter of fact, next month, July 19th, Manny Pacquiao back in the ring versus Mario Barrios. Manny Pacquiao, the 8th Division World Champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao back in the ring. That card is pretty good. Shout out to any boxing fan in the building. What's good, man? Shout out to any boxing fan. What's good, brother? One of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing Karate Kid in the building. What's good, bruv? What's good, y'all? But yeah, July 19th. Let me put that. Y'all can see July 19th. Hold on. Let me see. I got the photo there. Where's the photo? Boom. July 19th, Manny Pacquiao, Barry. That's a good card. He got Fundura versus Tim Tszyu. Fundura versus Tim Tszyu, the rematch. Brandon Figueroa back in the ring. Pitbull Cruz back in the ring. Hey, yo, there's a good card, man. What they say that PBC was there, you liar. PBC is alive and well, ranking up. Matter of fact, I think that PBC is gonna put more shows than even Turkey Out Shake. And y'all was saying that PBC is done. I was saying that Al Heyman is done. No, they not. They just reloading. They got their own money. They print their own money. They don't need Turkey. Speaking about Turkey, we're going to be talking about that apology of Teofimo Lopez. He ain't the only one that's apologizing. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson had to apologize several months ago as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying that, man, why Teofimo Lopez apologized, yo? He should have stand 10 toes down in the square. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez said that Turkey Out Shake is a dictator. Hey, sometimes you gotta put your foot in your mouth and you gotta apologize. If you want to work with the guy, you want to do business with Turkey Out Shake. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Shout out to people in the chat right now, man. We got 32 people looking on right now. I'm gonna take this thing out of the way. But yeah, man. With Shakur Stevenson said, I'm excited about my next fight. It was a misunderstanding between Turkey and the team. My apologies on my part for overreacting. Let's work. Turkey Out Shake. And got Teofimo Lopez almost uttering the same thing. To the excellency, Turkey, I'll shake. I take full responsibility for my inappropriate words on X app. I publicly apologize to he. I will conduct myself with greater respect, humility, and professionalism, sending love and light to all. Thank you. Hashtag boxing, hashtag make boxing great again. And yo, people got to be careful using that hashtag because Teofimo Lopez did copyright making boxing great again. So I see there's people out there that use it, making boxing great again. I'm just letting y'all know that Teofimo Lopez did copyright that. This is that's Teofimo Lopez slogan. I'm just letting y'all know right now. He about to sue some people that's gonna use that slogan. I see somebody, I forgot who used that slogan. Somebody did. But yeah, man. A lot of people saying it's trying to make fun of Teofimo Lopez, but don't you want to see Teofimo Lopez in the ring with Devin the Dream Haney? I mean, that's one of the fights that we've been talking about. Or y'all just y'all see that he was trolling Turkey, and now y'all want to troll Teofimo Lopez for apologizing. My opinion, to be honest, I mean, look, I say this. Y'all know I rock with Teofimo Lopez 100%. But I don't enable everything, and that's the cool thing about it is that, you know what I'm saying, I speak my mind, and it's respected. And if it wasn't respected, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that means that, you know, you got to be being cordial, being friends. Got to go. It goes both ways. So, you know, I'm always gonna, you know, support, but also keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively in the things that, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna better your career, that's gonna put you in position and keep you in position so your career could keep moving forward, so you could keep on feeding your family and things of that nature. In my opinion, if he want to keep on working with Turkey Al Sheikh, you know what I'm saying, apologizing ain't a bad thing. It's a good thing. And yes, there's frustration that's going on behind the scenes in terms of pay, things that have been promised. Look, I think at this point, everybody that's walking into the sport of boxing, you got to understand something. Everybody that walks into the sport of boxing, you got to understand something. That boxing is the Wild Wild West. All right? This is not it is not regulated. It's not the NBA. It's not your regular job. This is worse than the street. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing promised. Just like ain't nothing promised in the street. It's real cutthroat. It's real snakish. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way boxing is. You know what I'm saying? Even when you hear people saying, oh, they signed contracts, to fight this next fight, you see that everything is not printed on stone, right? You're supposed to see Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. They say they agreed. Nothing is written on stone in the sport of boxing. So you just can't anticipate that everything is going to be the way that you thought that you agreed, verbal agreement, agreeing on some terms. It's not like that in the sport of boxing. It's very cutthroat. It changes by the day. And anybody that's walking into the sport of boxing, and people in the sport of boxing, got to understand the business of boxing like that. You feel me? Unless that you want to be, unless that you a real boss in the sport of boxing, you can't dictate really what's going to go on in the sport of boxing. You know. So you know that's just the learning thing that certain fighters like Teofimo Lopez and other got to understand. You know, and receiving constructive criticism. You know, that's one thing that I'm gonna tell you like this. A lot of fighters, they always feel like everybody's against them. You know what I'm saying? They always feel like everybody's against them. That's why they always tune into the hate instead of tuning into the love and tuning into to people that, you know, just tuning into to the right people. You know what I'm saying? To the support, to the love. That's why you always see fighters answering to the hate. They never really answer to the love. They answer to the hate. They feel like the negative motivates them. And I said a long time ago that the worst thing that you could do is have this mentality that you wanna, you know, this mentality that me against the world. You saw that me against the world mentality. You're never gonna capture the world if it's me against the world. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's like a contradiction in things. Me against the world, and then when you win something, you feel like you conquer the world, but you can't conquer the world if you against the world. You feel me? And I think that a lot of these fighters think that, you know, they're motivated by the hate. They're motivated by telling your haters, "I told you so." Let me tell you like this: if your motivation if your motivation and your inspiration is dictated by proving the haters wrong, then I said it once before. I don't know if y'all new to the channel or whatever. If you are motivated by proving the haters wrong, the hate is satanic energy, is a devilish energy. Hate comes from the devil. So if you're trying to prove the haters wrong, you ain't never gonna win. That means the devil dictates your motivation. You understand what I'm trying to say? How many people out here always be like, hey, yo, watch, I'm gonna prove this people wrong. I'm gonna prove the haters wrong. I'm gonna prove the haters. How about you prove your supporters right instead of being motivated and proving the haters wrong? The I told you so parade. You're never going to move over. You're never gonna feel happy. You're never gonna feel content because if you when you win, the haters is gonna hate more. The hater is never going to become a fan of yours. The haters is never going to become a fan of yours. You know what I'm saying? So I think that as good as Teofimo Lopez is in the ring and the great things that he's have accomplished thus far, you know, becoming a two-time lineal champion by the age of 25, trying to be a three division. Yo. Hold on. I can't hear nobody. Hold on. Yo. Let me know if y'all hear me good. Let's go over Sandy stops clown. Let me know if y'all hear me good. Tycho TV say yeah. Karate Kid say yeah. All right. Okay, give me 1 second.
Y'all think Canelo haven't been taking Clint Bruderall for a long ass time? Y'all think he ain't back on that shit? Or y'all think it was just in the state? Because I go to Mexico all the time from Houston.
Yo. All right. Hold on. Let me put this. I want people to tell me, do you think that Turkey Al Sheikh should accept the apology of Teofimo Lopez? Hmm? Huh, folks? Should he said Cap, one of the most tested fighters of all time. Cap, shut the F up. We will destroy you. Okay, Mexican. He ain't mad at Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo is back. Jermall Charlo is back. I'd rather see Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez than seeing Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford. See how it looked bad? It looks bad. It looks bad because you know what, man? The Canelo Alvarez got options. I don't like this fight, man. I just don't like the way it looks. I don't like it on paper. I don't like the way that it looks, man. I just feel like that boxing again, like I said yesterday, like I've been saying for quite some time, boxing. I feel like it got a lot of great. I think it got a lot of good talent, great talent. Jermall Charlo is still undefeated. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez, man. I hope, man. To be honest, man, I just hope something happens to that event. and it scraps. You know what I'm saying? I feel like somebody is unhappy. I wish the Canelo Alvarez. Did you hear what Bud Crawford said? He said he's getting $10 million. That's a filthy liar right there. He get $10 million. Now he's trying to portray that he's doing this for legacy. He's only getting $10 million to fight Canelo Alvarez. Stop lying to yourself. Ain't nobody believing that, bull. Jermall versus Bud. Now that's a real fight. That's a good fight. That's a good fight right there. He said, why is Turkey treated like God? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Because this is prize fighting, so these fighters go for the prize. You know? I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. With the accomplishment and let me finish this off talking about Teo, right? The praise and the constructive criticism that I could give Teo, right? That I see thus far. Like again, he's an accomplished fighter, a great talent, entertainment talent. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to promote himself, whether it's creating controversial, whether it's keeping his name out there in everybody else's mouth. Because if you think about it, this whole week has been about Teofimo and Lopez, and that right there should generate revenue. See, that's the issue that I really don't understand. And it's true. I was listening to Chris Algieri the other day. Like, he don't understand that it's kind of weird how Teofimo Lopez is not getting paid like these other fighters are getting paid. Like, think about it. Teofimo Lopez is one of the, let's be real, let's be honest, whether you're a fan or not, Teofimo Lopez has been one of the most talked about fighters, boxers, in the last several months. Like, everybody's making videos about Teofimo Lopez. Everybody's talking about Teofimo Lopez. Independent media, fans, haters, supporters. You know, everybody's talking about Teo, whether it's bad, whether his controversial statements, whether it's race baiting, whether it's racial undertones, whether it's him just praising, promoting the mask, the wrestling, dancing, everything. If you really think about it right now, Teofimo Lopez has been on almost everybody's mouth. Teofimo Lopez's name has been relevant almost every day. If you truly think about it, the weird part about it is that it's not translating into the revenue. Well, I'm not going to say translate because they did fight in Times Square, so we didn't know that it was not an open gate, right? But still, like, with all that accomplishment, with all that entertainment, you know what I'm saying, and also he know how to promote himself, he still played third fiddle to Ryan Garcia and Devin the Dream Haney. He still get paid less than these guys. As a matter of fact, Rolly gets paid more than Teofimo. Rolly in his career has gotten paid more than Teofimo Lopez. So, and then as a boxing fans, we praise, I mean, we want these fighters to dare to be great, fight the fight, go out there for legacy, stand on legacy, legacy reigns supreme. And at what point, now he has a new Teofimo Lopez have a new management team. Keith Connolly have secured and have done a wonderful job. As a matter of fact, I'm telling you right now, by the end this year, 2025, Keith Connolly will be manager of the year. Will be manager of the year. Well, I'm not going to say this year because I don't know about this year, but put it this way. He got Edgar Berlanga to fight with Canelo Alvarez. He got Edgar Berlanga to headline a Ring Magazine Turkey Out Shade card, right? Versus Shiraz. That's a good fight. So he's doing great with Edgar Berlanga. Now he got this fight June 14th in Madison Square Garden with Richardson Hitchens and George Camboso. Keith Connolly is the manager of Richardson Hitchens. He got Teofimo Lopez the Times Square card with Barbosa. He got the Conor Ben versus Chris Eubank Jr. And that's a fight that's going to be talked about for like 20 years plus, right? Remember's in the building, Too Rich in the building, Jason in the building. Yo, Keith Connolly is doing his job. And he could have even secured, look, put it this way, he was about to secure the fight with Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Keith Connolly is doing a job right now. If Teofimo Lopez haven't secured the fight, haven't finalized the fight with the Boots or with Haney, because we already know that Boots did duck and avoided the Teofimo Lopez fight. But then the fight that a lot of people been wanting to see for a long time, that's been marinating and building more than the Teofimo Lopez and Boots. Keith Conley was gonna be the guy that was going to finalize that for Teofimo Lopez until Teofimo Lopez, spoke in disrespecting Turkey Al Sheikh, and then now we're waiting for Turkey Al Sheikh to accept the apology of Teofimo Lopez so we could get this fight down the road. So now the constructive criticism of Teofimo Lopez is again, you have to, as a man, we can't be emotional. You know what I'm saying? And that's just everybody. We just can't be, we got to be men. You know what I'm saying? We can't be beta males. We got to learn how to channel our emotions, our frustration, especially in public. You know what I'm saying? You can't always go publicly to express your frustrations and emotions. In the end of the day, this is a business. I believe in this business. If you know fighters, a lot of fighters are frustrated. A lot of fighters don't get what they feel like they deserve, or when they fight, or they go into that week of the fight, or the contract, they're not getting paid in what they was not contractual to be paid, but what they discuss and things of that nature. Don't think that Devin Haney got paid all that type of money the way that it was constructed to get paid. Or Ryan Garcia. We've seen Ryan Garcia frustrated with Golden Boy Promotions. We've seen Gervonta Tank Davis frustrated with Mayweather Promotions. We've seen Shakur Stevenson frustrated just several months ago. We've seen Teofimo Lopez always frustrated with Top Rank and blaming Eddie Hearn and the Zone for him losing to George Camboso, and now Turkey Al Sheikh. So we've seen these fighters always frustrated. It's not only Teofimo Lopez. I think that what Teofimo Lopez is, he's always putting his frustrations out there. You know what I'm saying? And then it's becoming a thing. Like, think about it. When I asked publicly Teofimo Lopez, what did Turkey Al Sheikh say when he first met you? And he said that people told him that he's crazy, that he thought he was crazy, right? Because of course, Teofimo Lopez have rubbed a lot of important people, the men in suits, the wrong way, from networks, speaking bad about networks, speaking bad about sanctioning bodies, speaking bad about, he's always got a problem with somebody. So at this point, it's like, nobody's going to recommend you. At this point, it's not even about being blackballed. Nobody's going to give you the benefit of the doubt no more. And now Turkey Al Sheikh saw from himself when they was trying to tell him that you're crazy. And now you gave those the benefit of the doubt that now you are crazy. Now, not everybody, like, think about it. Can you imagine Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Turkey Al Sheikh all in the room discussing Teofimo Lopez? Can you imagine? Can you imagine Todd the Buck, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Turkey Al Sheikh, Steven Espinoza, all these guys just chopping it up and talking about Teofimo Lopez? And I don't think that Teofimo Lopez is in position like a Mike Tyson, like a Floyd Mayweather to tolerate the crazy shit. He's not in position of the Conor McGregors. He's not in that position where he could say the craziest, outlandish stuff and still in position. Look, he's in position. He's still in position to get some good fights, but he is not the cash cow yet. But he has all the ingredients to be that. He has all the ingredients to be that. The difference is AC says Shakur needs to listen. The difference is that I do think that Shakur listens to Jay Prince. At least I think he values Jay Prince. I think Jay Prince could say something that he could calm things down for Shakur Stevenson or any of his fighters. A lot of fighters been frustrated with the powers that be. Mikey Garcia was frustrated with the powers that be. We've seen Canelo Alvarez take Golden Boy Promotions, of course. So I know it looks like it's just Teofimo Lopez, but it's been everybody. Andre Ward almost lost like 2 years of his career, right? No need to do there with Top Rank. Everybody had a public issue with the powers that be. We seen Mike Tyson almost duff Don King in in a live interview. You know what I'm saying? I think that when it comes to Turkey Al Sheikh, is that everybody is on Turkey Al Sheikh's meat right now. Like almost even independent media, YouTubers, they're scared to lose their 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 media credentials. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to speak bad, or they don't want to even hold Turkey Al Sheikh accountable for certain things, right? It's like when fighters are complaining that they don't get paid, we look at the promoter, but then see, there's this conception that Turkey Al Sheikh is giving life-changing bags. And as you can see, he's not. The bag that he gave Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez is not life-changing bags. The life-changing bags were supposed to be the second fight. The life-changing bag was supposed to be Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, the rematch, and Teofimo Lopez versus Jaron Bruce Ennis. This is the reason why Teofimo Lopez is frustrated, because the bag was not for him to get versus Arnold Barbosa. That was just the introduction. You're going to get this, and then we're going to get Bruce Ennis, and then you're going to get that life-changing bag. And that's the reason why he is frustrated, because, okay, I agreed to fight Devin Haney, but why you couldn't? But let me get the same money that I was promised to make with Jaron Bruce Ennis. And there's a lot of people out there that says that Devin Haney got a bigger profile than Bruce Ennis. He's done pay-per-view with Vasily Lomachenko on Regis Prograis. He's done arenas. He has headline way longer than Bruce Ennis. So why does it cost more? Well, why are you paying me less to fight Devin Haney when Bruce Ennis has just arrived? Let's be real. Let's be honest. I like Jaron Bruce Ennis, and everybody knows on this channel that I've been pumping Jaron Bruce Ennis since day one. But Jaron Bruce Ennis just arrived. Jaron Bruce Ennis was never in the discussion of the 4 kings or the 5 kings or anything of that nature. Jaron Bruce Ennis never been in the pound for pound list or even discussed as being a pound for pound fighter. Jaron Bruce Ennis' resume doesn't speak. It's not highlighted. It's not something to glamour about. Now, passing the eye test, yes. The speed, the power, the style, you know what I'm saying, the mojo, everything. Yes, he looks great. He looks incredible. But in the end of the day, Jaron Bruce Ennis just beat Stanionis. His best career win was Stanionis, bro. Stanionis. And Stanionis' best career win was probably Luis Collazo. I'm all good with the hype too. You know what I'm saying? Because the hype helps boxing. I'm not going to say that Jaron Bruce Ennis is overrated. I think that people are overrating Jaron Bruce Ennis. I've overrated Jaron Bruce Ennis, but I never say that Jaron Bruce Ennis is better than Keith from Tom Dermott. I ain't say that Jaron Bruce Ennis is better than Bud Crawford. I ain't say that Jaron Bruce Ennis is better than Earl Spence. I never overrated I never overrated him over the guys that already did the work. Now, I might like his style better, but I never overrated him. But I do like the hype. I like to think that these fighters that's coming out the amateurs or these guys that I know that got the skills and talent to become a star, it's good to hype them, just like we hype Virgil Ortiz. Just like I like to hype Ben Whitaker. Just like we hype Keyshawn Davis, Kid Austin, Abdullah Mason. You know what I'm saying? Emiliano Vargas. It's cool. It's cool to anticipate that there's going to be some great fighters. I think that shout out to HLD in the building. Was good, HLD. Let me put a title on. Hold on. Give me a yes or no. Should Turkey accept Teo's apology? Should Turkey accept Teofimo Lopez apology? Karate Kid says, I had pretty high until I watched all his fights. He's good, no doubt, but he has flaws. You know, all fighters have flaws. All fighters have flaws, and I was up to their opponents to capitalize off it. HLD said Devin Haney did not sell those pay-per-views or tickets. Boots does have a local fight ticket sold on his own recently. But yeah, but those type of fights is not going to be on. Jaron Boots, Ennis, and Tio was not going to be in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Could Boots do the same thing? Could Boots do what Tank does? Because Tank could fight in Washington, D.C., sell out. Atlanta, sell out. Vegas, sell out. Cali, sell out. You know, he could anywhere. Barclays Center, sell out. He could sell out anywhere. I think that Boots, I don't think he does those numbers in Texas or Vegas. And I don't think the big fights that he may have, I don't think he fights Virgil Ortiz is going to be in Philly. You know what I'm saying? So he got that local support, but not only local support, you know what I'm saying? There's other hip hop platforms that does support Jerome Boots, and it's like Gilly the Kid and stuff like that, and they promote his fights out there in that region. You know, I think that's why Boots Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez will be a good fight in New York. But I think still people know Devin Haney more than Boots Ennis. I think people like Boots, and I like Boots Ennis way more than Devin Haney. But people know, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. At this point, we got to give all credit to Bill Haney. If you take out Bill Haney, for real, especially after the performance of Devin the Dream Haney, I think Devin Haney will actually be irrelevant. I don't think he'll be that. I'm not gonna say he'd probably be irrelevant because I don't think how anybody will be talking about Devin Haney. Bill Haney has done a wonderful job in going to platforms after platforms after platforms. And yes, it's a duo, it's a team. I'm just saying, if it wasn't for Bill, I said it before. I think that DHP, the star of DHP is Bill Haney. It's not really Devin, in my opinion. For me, he's like the co-feature. I think a lot of channels respect Bill. I think a lot of channels giving the benefit of the doubt to Bill Haney. I think people that like Devin is because they like Bill. In this community, that's the truth. The boxing voice, Nestor Gibbs, is cool. It likes Devin because of Bill. It's not because of Devin. He's not a Devin Haney fan. He's cool with Bill. Two-Tone changed his tone for Bill Haney. A couple of brothers from the LDBC, they cool with Bill, so then they like Devin Haney. It's not that they was never Devin Haney fans. You know what I'm saying? Blue Bloods, he's Bill. It's not that they're Devin Haney fans. Nobody looks at Devin and be like, hey, yo, man, I'm a Devin Haney fan, yo. I can't wait to see Devin Haney in the ring, man. Oh, my God, he's entertaining. No, it's because they cool with Bill. It's almost like if y'all cool with me and y'all know my son plays ball, y'all rooting for my son because y'all know me and y'all rooting for me. At the same time, y'all rooting for me as a father, and my son is the extension of me. So y'all showing love to my son. That's what it is when it comes to building this community. I've been in this community for a long. I've been in this community as a boxing content creator. Before that, I used to dabble and listen to other channels, and there was only one person in this community that was a Devin Haney fan. Only one person in this community that was a Devin Haney fan, and that was H Money. Nobody else. Nobody. I never heard nobody ever said I'm a fan. I went to a Devin Haney versus Abdullahi in Madison Square Garden when it was Heather Hardy versus Amanda Serrano. There was none of these dudes was out there for Devin Haney. None of these channels was out there for Devin Haney. Not even the boxing voice was there for Devin Haney. Like I'm telling y'all, nobody was a Devin Haney fan. Bill Haney has done a good job to affiliate themselves and make friends and make relations with a lot of people in this community, and that's all cool. That's Bill Haney doing what he needs to do for DHP and his son. That's what he needs to do, and he's done a wonderful job doing that. But in all reality, ain't nobody a Devin Haney fan. And I know I'm not lying. Everybody knows what I'm saying. I'm not lying. Steady Games with a $2 super chat. Good looking out, man. I appreciate you, my brother. God bless you. I comprar un 2 pesos de plátano ya. 2 pesos. Hey, yo, Steady Games. Ya no me puedo comprar 2 pesos de plátano tan caro. Ya. They don't sell no more Tropical Fantasy, man. The Gatorades is is almost $3 now. They ain't nothing $2, my brother. Good looking out, brother. Appreciate you. I'm just keeping it real, but things could change. He said D-Ride. I don't know, man. There's a boxing channel. If y'all talking, if y'all thinking about y'all talking about if y'all thinking about dudes riding dudes on boxing platforms because they talking about other fighters, man. I guess it's June. I think that's a black thing. I think that's a black thing or a black and an Americanized Latino thing. I think that's something going on in that community. I think it's something going on in that community. I've noticed this for several years, and I started pinpointing this. Everybody that says to me, or whether in Twitter or whether is on give me a sec, give me a sec. Whether on Twitter, I want to talk about this right quick. Yeah, I want to because I think it's Sunday, and Sundays is also the brotherhood circle. I want to know. I want to know what happened in the community because I think that Latinos and Black people share communities. We share, unfortunate poverty and things of that nature. But is a thing that's going on, and most of the time it comes from blacks, right? But also Americanized Latinos as well. You know what I'm saying? But every time I'm talking boxing, right? And let's say I'm crediting, giving praise to other fighters, you know what I'm saying, hyping other fighters or whatever. It's always the D-Ride thing. Where does that come from? I think there's a community. I think that the rainbow has infiltrated the Black community so far, have penetrated the Rainbow Army has penetrated the Black community so far that if you give credit to anybody, that translate into sucking somebody, into deriding somebody, into what has happened to the community. Am I right or wrong? Or am I speaking every time? Don't y'all feel like every time you give credit to somebody, it's like, man, you on his shit, bro. You on his dick, bro. You deriding, you glazing. It's always this gayish terminology, right? It has the Rainbow Army has penetrated the Black community so far that now when you look at the Black community is a very large community of rainbows and also the Latino, the Americanized Latino. He said, "Wow, Punch is gonna get more." Nah, I'm being real. I'm being real. No, I want to. We can have this conversation. This is open conversation, open platform. I know that a lot of people has faced that as well, and I be seeing it like white people don't say that. You know what I'm saying? White people that does agree with me. UK people that don't agree with me. I don't get it from Australians. I don't get it from Irish. I don't get it from UK people. I don't get it from Africans. I don't get it. I get it from Blacks and Americanized Latinos, mostly Blacks. Always, if you praise somebody, they translate that in saying that you're writing somebody. It's always they have a gay imagination. I want to know why. Too Rich said, I definitely agree with you. Weird. Hey, you see? And Too Rich always disagrees with me. Too Rich always disagrees with me. Let's be real, let's be honest. What is going on in this community? Maybe I need to do a whole live about this and then open up the panels. What I want to know what happened. Has the Rainbow Army truly penetrated the Black community, the Americanized, the Latino, the Black and Latino community, that every time you praise, and this is why we hate each other so much. You know why we hate each other so much? Because it's they try to, how you say, feminize you. demoralize you as a man if you show love to another brother. That's what it is. This is why our community is so filled with hate, because it's cool to hate. It's cool to hate. It's gay to love. Is wrong. Is they try to demoralize you, feminize you if you show support to another. And this is why our community is filled with hate. That's why we kill each other so fast. That's why we can't break bread with one another, because a support means like it's bad. You get discredited, you get bullied, you get because you show support. What is a feminine man? Feminine man, I don't know. Like fanboy. What does fanboy comes from? Because I know femboy comes from that from the rainbow community. See, when you're a fan of somebody in this community, they call you a fanboy. What does a fanboy means? Where does fanboy comes from? It comes from femboy. If you are a fan of something, that means that you're pájaro. Right? Why is it that? But then if you hate somebody, you're entertaining, you're cool. This is why a lot of boxing content creators that are successful, they need to hate. They need to hate. They really need to demoralize a lot of fighters, and that creates an entertainment. But once you love somebody, you're a fanboy, you're deriding, you're glazing. He said, blacks don't talk about Latinos as much as y'all obsessed about us and hate on us the truth. I just want to know, man. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I think that Teofimo Lopez apology to Turkey Al Sheikh. Hopefully, the Turkey Al Sheikh does accept the apology of Teofimo Lopez. And to be honest, I think that you know what? I actually think that Bill Haney and Devin Haney should talk to Turkey Al Sheikh if they truly want that fight with Teofimo Lopez. To tell Turkey Al Sheikh, like, you know, look, just accept this guy apology. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that Bill and Devin will want Turkey Al Sheikh to accept Turkey Al Sheikh's apology, because at the end of the day, this is the only fight that is on the table for Devin Haney, in which Turkey Al Sheikh is willing to pay them some good money. There's not no other fight that Turkey Al Sheikh has mentioned for Devin Haney outside of the Ryan Garcia. And a matter of fact, we haven't even heard Turkey Al Sheikh even mention the name of Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. But thus, we do know that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney have agreed to fight one another. And that's the good thing about it. Now it's in Turkey's hands. Could Turkey swallow his pride? Could Turkey swallow his pride, just like Teofimo Lopez has swallowed his? Right? Because at the end of the day, look, like I said before, every fighter has had problems with the promotional company, and still a fight takes place. Does Turkey Al Sheikh needs to also humble himself and say, you know what, I'm in the sport of boxing. I'm dealing with these athletes that they some of them are bipolar. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a chip on their shoulder. They get hit in the head ever since they was kids. They got it. You know what I'm saying? All these fighters are the same way. You know what I'm saying? All these fighters are the same way. They lash out their promoters. You know, they're on fighting mode. You know, every fight is a check. So once they don't get that, they don't even know when their fights is gonna. They don't even know when they're gonna get their next check, because fighters don't have a schedule. Not everybody's Canelo Alvarez that can say, "Yo, I'm gonna fight in Cinco de Mayo and I'm gonna fight in Mexican Independence Day," and then the whole business of boxing works around Canelo Alvarez. There's only one Canelo Alvarez. Every fighter don't know when they're gonna fight next. They don't know when they're gonna finalize the next fight. They don't know. They don't know that. See, I want to know what happened to. Let me see. Let me see. Let me over that. How did y'all like the performance of How did y'all like the performance of? Oh, check this out too. Oscar de la Hoya today also tweeted, Teofimo Lopez, bro, if you have no promoter, give me a call. I can give you advice and take care of your best interests. Let's make you a pay-per-view star like you deserve. As you all know, it seems like Teofimo Lopez has stated that he's not with a promotional company. Maybe he's not because hopefully, if he's a free agent, if he's a free agent, um, maybe that's that. Maybe look, folks, if you never read a contract, if you never read a contract, a lot of people is looking at, let's say, Teofimo Lopez talking the way that he talk. Maybe he's trying to say things to terminate a contract. Now, if y'all know your boy Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, you know, I've read contracts, I've read line contracts in the sport of boxing. I've helped fighters sign to manager deals, to promoter deals. Shout out to LD Sergio Martinez that was with King's Promotion and now is with just signed with Top Rank. Shout out to LD Sergio Martinez as well. I'm gonna give you I've helped other fighters also. I ain't gonna say their names and things of that nature, and where they be like, "Yo, Punch, man, I heard you be helping fighters here and there. Can you check this out for me and whatever?" So I'm privy to reading contracts and helping fighters you know see where they could get their certain things. And I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna give you an example. This is what Teofimo Lopez may try to do. A lot of people don't. Have you ever? Anybody in the chat? Everybody in the chat. Have you ever read a boxing contract? Everybody in the chat right now. Teofimo Lopez in the building. What's good, bro? Oh, we talking about Tio. Tio in the building. What's good, man? They say, damn, Tio, apologize. Tio, man, why you apologize? Yo, what you feel about Oscar de la Hoya? What you feel about what he said, Tio? He said, bro, if you have no promoter, give me a call. I can give you advice and take care of your best interests. Let's make you a pay-per-view star like you deserve. And Oscar de la Hoya did say to Teofimo Lopez that he's pound for pound the best fighter in the world. Yesterday, no, that was the day before yesterday, Oscar de la Hoya had an interview and he said that Teofimo Lopez is the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Yo, when you have Oscar de la Hoya, the golden one, the 6th division world champion, says that Teofimo Lopez, and this is right after that, we seen the picture with Teofimo Lopez and Floyd Mayweather. And Oscar de la Hoya said to the world that Teofimo Lopez is the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Yo, Teofimo Lopez, Turkey Al Sheikh, got you apologizing. You the best to apologize to me, Teofimo Lopez. You give me an apology right now. Oh, damn. I'm still sick. Yo, Turkey, I'll say what's on to you. You the best to apologize to me, motherfucker. Huh? You crazy motherfucker. You better apologize to me immediately if you want to fight. Yo. Oh, shit. Yo, Tio, bro, they got mad at you. Yo, Teofimo Lopez said, grateful for the relationship with the legends. Facts, man. Roberto Durang speak highly of Teofimo Lopez. Even Tio, I seen Roberto Durang in the undisputed after party. Remember, you wasn't there. I didn't see you, but I went there during the media week. Roberto Durang, man, he's a major Teofimo Lopez fan. Yeah, man. We had a little talk, man. We was drinking Jack and Coke. He likes Tio. Tito Trinidad loves Tio. Who else? Oscar de la Hoya loves Tio. Mike Tyson said that he was the only one that entertained him in that fight, in that May 2nd fight. Everybody likes Tio. All the legends like Tio. Just the powers that be, man. The powers that be. He said. Yo, Teki Shay says, do you want to do business with me, Teofimo Lopez, you crazy motherfucker? Do you? Huh? You went to the IG Live and you said that you would not apologize to me, motherfucker. Huh? You'd best apologize. You'd better never call me a dictator, you dick motherfucker. You'd call me motherfucker. Did you call me a dick? Did you call me dictator? Come to Saudi. Yo, you better watch it. Hey, yo, Teal, see, now you gotta watch it going to Saudi Arabia. You know that they jailed that person. What was it? That was that he tweeted something, or was it a reporter? Or somebody on social media says something about Turkey Al Sheikh, and they jailed that dude in Saudi Arabia for 19 years. You better watch it. Tio apologized to Turkey Al Sheikh. He said, all right, apology accepted. I would have to have a meeting with you to come to Saudi Arabia. You're calling me a dictator? Did you call me a dictator? How about I cut your dick off in front of everybody in Saudi, in front of the prince? You better watch it now, Tio. You better tell Turkey, nah, I'll work with you, but we fighting here in America. Forget going over there. That's it. You can't trust them over there. Yo, Ron in the building with the $5 super chat. Good looking out, my brother Tio with the golden boy. Yo, I'm telling y'all, man, I've been wanting that collaboration for a long time. For real. You know what it is? And it's not because everybody had a co-signer, right? Everybody has some type of co-signer. Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Even Mike Tyson had a co-signer in Custom Auto. Let's not forget that Custom Auto was very well known in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He was the trainer of Floyd Patterson. You know, great fighter, great manager, commentator. Had a great relationship with Muhammad Ali. Everybody who knew Custom Auto back in the days. Everybody has some kind of co-signer, and I think that's the only thing that Teofimo Lopez has made it on his own with him and just his dad. No co-signer, no, he's the next Roberto Durang. He's the next Oscar de la Hoya. None of that. Like Ryan Garcia had Oscar and Canelo. You know, Gervonta Tank David had, Mayweather and Devin Haney had Roy Jones, Mayweather, Zab Judah. Teofimo Lopez had none of that. So to make it where he's at right now, and I think that's just the only hump that he probably needs. Yo, a Tio and an Oscar de la Hoya fighter promoter collaboration, I think it makes sense. HLD says, seriously, I wouldn't even travel to Saudi. Me either. Turkey had a man in prison for 19 years after talking shit to him on Twitter from Egypt. Yep. I wouldn't trust it. If I was Tio, I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. Fuck that. Nah, not right now. Not right now. Oh, motherfucker. You want to call me a dictator? Who the hell do you think you are? You would not be taking over. I'm the real takeover in the sport of boxing. You understand that? I'm the real takeover, motherfucker. I'm the moneymaker. I'm the ATM. I'm the Banco Popular. I'm Chase. I'm Wells Fargo. I'm Bank of America, bitch. Teofimo Lopez said, man, I'm making boxing great again. No, you're not. I'm the one that's making boxing great again, motherfucker. I'm the one that put the heavyweight undisputed. I'm the one that put the light heavyweight undisputed. I'm the one that put you on Times Square. I'm the one. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, people better watch it. Hey yo, people better watch it. Y'all better watch it. Y'all say make boxing great again because Teofimo Lopez owns that. Tell him, Tio. Y'all better not use that slogan. I see, hey yo, Tio, I be seeing fighters, I be seeing people use that slogan. Shit, somebody gonna get sued. Tio gonna sue somebody. He said, yo, look, AC, I better not ever go there punch. I ain't going to Saudi Arabia. I ain't going to Saudi Arabia. Not now. He said, where they at? Where they at? I forgot who used it. I forgot who's the last one to use it. I read it. I just read it like several hours ago. Damn, who put it? Making boxing. I'll find it for you. Who put it? It was a fighter. And he said, make boxing great again. Damn, I'll find it. I'll find it when I get out the live. I'll find it. Why you snitching, Punch? What you mean why I'm snitching? What you talking about? Yeah, man. Fuck, if somebody using punch on boxing, AC, you ain't gonna tell me? AC, you telling me if somebody's using punch, you know I got punch on boxing copywritten. If somebody use my name, I'm suing them. So you ain't gonna tell me, you ain't gonna tell your boy Punch Drunk, hey yo, Punch, yo, somebody using your thing. Nobody could use Punch Drunk boxing. And you could Google that. It has my name, everything. So yeah, man, y'all gotta look out for me, man. Come on, man. You gonna let people make money out? Hey, yo, AC, you gonna let people make money off of my name, off of my likeness? Huh? Come on now. Ron, con los 5 pesos de super chatty party K. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you. Everybody been using it. Where your lawyer champ. I know, right? Right, Ron? See, I ain't the only one. See, Tio? People been using it. Tio about to sue a whole lot of people now. He said, what about Mr. Moonshine? You copyright that also? Nah, I ain't copyright that. Y'all could copyright that shit. Because I'm gonna turn sober and then I won't have to use Mr. Moonshine. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Moonshine is because I used to drink a lot of moonshine. Yo, I used to order it by the box. My favorite moonshine is cinnamon moonshine. Woo, baby. Out there from San Antonio. Woo, baby. My favorite moonshine out there from San Antonio, the cinnamon one. Gotta make sure you have. Yeah. You gotta watch it. I'm seeing people use it. But do y'all feel? Hey yo, Tio, if you still in the chat, from 1 to 10, how many people behind the scenes is mad at you? Hey yo, Tio, from 1 to 10, how much people are mad at you? You know what I'm saying? From 1 to 10. And for the people in the chat, should Turkey Out Shake accept Teofimo Lopez apology? Yo, man. Yo, I've been taking fucking antibiotics for like 3 days, man. Still, I got this cough, bro. It doesn't go away. Yo, he said, yo, yo, to be honest, I just want to laugh. I want to see the faces of the business handlers of Tio. What he said, yo, I know they must be like, oh my God. Yo, I know your phone be going off the hook with DMs and rings. Hey, yo, man, yo, Tia, calm down, bro. You making their job, man. Yo, you making their weekends, yo. You making them work double times right now, man. They gotta clean shit up. Oh yeah. See, that's the problem. See, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Wait, he said, yo, I made a lot of people pissed and some happy. Yo, Tia, you gotta chill, bro. Yo, you know what I think? You know what I think? I think, there's some people, right? Like when I was a little bit younger, right? And somebody tells me to chill, it's like you telling me to don't act more. Like if somebody be like, yo, Eddie, you crazy. Cause see, I'm punched, but everybody knows me from the athletic, playing ball and stuff like that. Everybody call me Crazy Eddie, right? That's like my basketball nickname. That's my nickname be growing up. Everybody crazy. Everybody thought that I had loose screws and shit like that. So when people be like, yo, I got friends that don't even want to chill going out with me back in the days because not even to watch a Knicks game. I've broken TVs in a bar before, bro, when the Knicks lost. My people don't even want to. My people don't even want to go to a Knicks game with me, yo. So the more people say you crazy, is like it actually doesn't make you take a step back. It's like, yeah, you telling me what to do. All right. So no. It's almost like a hard-headed thing. Like if you tell me when I was younger, you tell me, yo, chill out. That's like telling me go more. But I had to learn, bro. He says CTE. Hey, yo, every blow to the head is a minor concussion. Teofimo Lopez been fighting. How long you been fighting, Tio? Since 2 years old? You've been winning Taekwondo since 2 years old? 2, 3, 4? So, man, you've been sparring probably since you was, 8, 7 years old? So, man, all them blows to the head, man, shit. I don't expect Teofimo Lopez to be normal. If you expect Teofimo Lopez to be normal, you ain't normal. If you expect Teofimo Lopez to be normal, you ain't normal. I don't expect no fighter. I've been saying this for a long time. I've been around fighters for a long time. I never expect any fighter to be 100% normal. Not trying to say that, they don't know how to carry themselves and stuff like that. Yo, these guys get punches and get punched in the head for a living. What do I expect? I do expect episodes. That's what I expect. That's what I mean. I expect Adrian Broner to have his episodes. I expect Tio to have his episodes. I expect Ryan to have his episode. And I expect even Devin Haney. Don't think that Devin Haney, because he looked like he got to lay back. He don't have no episodes behind the scenes. He probably don't show it too much. I expect Shakur Stevenson to have his episodes. Tank Davis has his episodes. All these fighters have episodes, bro. Some of y'all see it, some of y'all don't. Some of them are not boisterous like a Tio. There's other fighters that are boisterous. Mike Tyson was crazy. Oscar De La Hoya, remember Oscar De La Hoya coming up. But behind the scenes, how was Oscar De La Hoya? Sugar Ray Leonard, how was Sugar Ray Leonard behind the scenes? How was Roberto Duran behind the scenes? All these guys man, come on, man. Julio Cesar Chavez. You know what I'm saying? Mexican fighters used to take tequilas. They used to like to drink before the fight. Man, come on. All these fighters is crazy. Just to get inside the ring, you got to be crazy. Remember that. Just to get inside the ring, you have to be crazy, bro. Look at Kell Brook the other day. Hey, yo, Kell Brook was sniffing he was sniffing an 8-ball, yo, in front of everybody, like, fuck it. Yo. You know what the problem is? This where the problem lies. Rap star boxing knowledge, the voice of the UK London said, T.O. Bill saying you ducking his son. Bro, what's happening with the Devin fight? Shout out to Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Fight Sports Talk in the building. What's good, man? This is what it is. This is when the fans get it wrong. It's when regular average Joe like us want to compare ourselves to fighters. That's not our job. We don't get punched in the head for a living. You know what I'm saying? We don't got that pressure to fighting and needs to win in front of our children and women and mother and father and fans. Yo, that's a lot of pressure, man. Yo, just think about it when you fight in front of a man, when you fight in the street, or when you was in school. Hey, yo, meet me at 3:00, and you're about to fight this dude after school, and then the whole like 20 people looking on. It's a nervousness, man. You don't want to get beat up in front of people, right? Sometimes it's not that you scared, it's you scared of the embarrassment. See, that's what people are scared of. They're not scared of fighting. They scared of the embarrassment. What about if I get knocked out? What about, man, this shorty likes me? I'm trying to get with this shorty, man. If I get knocked out in front of shorty, shit, she ain't gonna like me. She gonna think I'm a punk, or she gonna think I'm a punk if I don't fight. You know? Teofimo Lopez, 1,000,000%. From 1 to 10. Everybody mad at T.O. But in the end of the day, I say this, man. Just like people want to see Teofimo Lopez humble himself and apologize, Turkey Al-Sheikh got to humble himself and accept the apology as well. Because in the end of the day, this is the fight game. This is the fight game. And Turkey Al-Sheikh got to understand that fighters is going to say certain things. You know what I'm saying? I think that Turkey Al-Sheikh also may be thinking that he's like a king. He ain't a king, man. He's just a dude with the bag. And that's the only reason why people respect you, Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Turkey, you respect these fighters because they entertain you. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Because a lot of fans out here want to act like Turkey is some god and that like that. Turkey is respected because he got the bag. Nothing else, nothing more. These fighters don't give a damn who's Turkey's mom and dad. People don't give a damn how Turkey was raised. Nobody cares about Turkey Al-Sheikh's story. All these fighters only care about Turkey because of the bag. And Turkey only cares about these fighters to entertain him. That's it. Just like these promoters don't give a fuck about the fighter. And just like these fighters don't give a fuck about the promoters. The same thing with Turkey Al-Sheikh. The only reason why people respect Turkey Al-Sheikh is because he got the bag. If Cantifla had the bag, everybody was respecting Cantifla. If Sábado Gigante comes to the sport of boxing and he gets the bag, everybody gonna love Sábado Gigante. That's the truth. I got you, bro. I got you, brother. I got you. Give me a sec. Hold on. Give me a sec. I got you. Give me a sec. Oh, shit. Man. Yo, y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all hear me. Got you, bro. One thing I know, I never seen so many haters. These fake Latino fans. Hey, yo, Braps talk boxing knowledge going after the Latinos. Oh, wow. He's calling the fake Latino fans. Rap Store Boxing Knowledge on a rampage right now. Okay. Rap, you're going after the Latino fan base. Was good, right? He said Tio got balls, not like his fanboys. Oh, oh shit. Yo,
What up, Punch?
what's good, bro?
Let me see.
Hold on.
Ah, okay. Let me see here. Cool. There we go. What up with it?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Nothing out here.
Yo, what's good, man? Why did you apologize to the man? Did you apologize, motherfucker?
Ah! Hold on. I got you. Shit tough to hold on to, but let me see. Yeah, I don't got no case on this damn phone. But anyways, yeah. Just to clarify, I did apologize to him. Um, just want to have a clean slate. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, bro.
Nah, I might as well, man. I think I was in the wrong. It was funny to say it, but not at the time when we were negotiating things.
Yeah. That's what. Like, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It is. I think it was a joke that gone too far. You know, it's a joke that gone too far. Yo, if you was a comedian, bro, you'd be like Dave Chappelle, like on some, like you hit the nerve right there. You hit the nerve.
Yeah, he wrote to me quick right after that. I left it on there for like a minute, yo. I counted it. I was watching it. I left it for a minute. That's all it took. For someone to screenshot it, put it out there. So, but
People are quick. We quick out here to Twitter.
nah, for sure. But nah, nevertheless, man, I might as well, man. Especially with all the rumors about Saudi and everything. Him being a high regarded person, I think that I don't need that type of smoke in my life or for my family. You know.
True. Nah. It's true. You gotta, you still a prize fighter. You know what I'm saying? You try to lock these deals down. That's
But
why.
but but
Go ahead.
nevertheless, I think that I don't know. Maybe in the near future we'll do something. Maybe. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna focus on my gym and just get back to the communities as best as I can.
So you don't think that y'all gonna work together with the next fight?
I'm not saying that we're gonna not work together, but I'm not saying that we're gonna work together. I'm just up in the air right now, deciding my fate. Really, my career has been great. It's always been up and down like a roller coaster ride, but everybody gets to enjoy it. So for real, just weighing my options, man. There's no need to rush. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to rush.
Yeah,
As long
man.
as we
But
stay active, that's all that matters. And I'm gonna find many other ways and avenues to stay active.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Um, so that Boots is out the line already. He declined. You already expressed that. The Devin Haney. What's the situation with the Devin Haney? Because they say that Tio and Devin Haney has agreed on the deal. So is that out the equation because of the things with Turkey for now?
Look, anything's possible. You know what I'm saying, and I think that things rubbed very wrong. With my comment, so I think that it left a little bitter taste in everybody's mouth.
Hmm.
Um, and with that, I think that it kind of caused a lot of friction. But as far as the Devin Haney process goes, I think the Haneys definitely need to fight me. They need to make something out of their last performance, which looked mediocre,
Hmm.
so to speak. So these are great fights, great names, and I definitely would love to shed a ring with these guys. However, it's gotta be ideal for everybody. Look at you, man. Looking sharp, man, on a blessed Sunday. Yeah,
Mírame a la iglesia.
yeah, tú
You
sabes.
already know church Sunday. You feel me? Shit, you know. Yo, so damn, man. So it was that bad. It was that bad to you. It
Like you said, I hit a
it was
nerve.
hit a nerve. it's, it's hit a nerve. Man, hey, But hey, we all get that experience, man. We gotta humble ourselves, humble that, you know what I'm saying, and hopefully that other people will see that, a little
No, I
hiccup on
think
the road.
I think no, no, no. At the end of it all, man, I think that the only thing I really apologize for that is because I do got other people out there, kids and everything. I don't need to put in exclamation marks of profanity of somebody's body part, and then mixing it together. I think that was my biggest part of it that I didn't realize. I keep forgetting sometimes that I do have young ones out there that are tuning in, watching, and they don't need to see stuff like that or
Mm,
even know about it. So yeah, it's just a learning curve, it's a learning experience. At that part, I think he wanted to have that public. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. It is what it is. I'll take one to the chin. But
yeah.
am I gonna hold hands and stuff? Not my play. Not my play. Yeah.
Hey, you still gotta have your dignity and stuff like that. You feel me? They still gotta
Um
respect your culture. They still gotta respect your culture, right?
it's not really about the culture. I think it's really about just what more do you want? Like I said what I said. I apologize for what I said, and let's see how we can move forward. But if we can't, then then that's on that part. But nevertheless, I wish him a lot of success. I think that he is making good choices for the sport of boxing. I got nothing wrong to say about His Excellency. You know what I'm saying? I'm living
Yeah.
well because of my Times Square moment. So just seeing how we could probably
Max.
think some things might need to take some time. Maybe a turnaround tomorrow. Who knows? It's up in the air right now.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. I think that you're still young enough. You're still trying to accomplish, a lot at the age of 27. You wanted to become a three division lineal champion. Hopefully Boots Ennis, because I don't know who Boots is gonna fight next either. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why that fight didn't come to fruition. I still want to listen to what Boots have to say. Yo,
Well,
Boots, come out
I
and say
think
something.
I think what I was hearing is that Boots didn't want to fight in Saudi. I think that's what I heard. Canelo doesn't want to fight in Saudi. That's something that I'm hearing as well with Crawford. I think that Canelo Crawford they're trying to push that fight in Saudi as well.
Mm,
So a lot of things were told. I think that was my frustration. A lot of things were promised, a lot of things were told, a lot of things were signed, and things fell back. I think that with the highest regard of the prince and the king of Saudi, I think that they understand what they want to do and they want to support their country and have more people visit the
mm-hmm.
beautiful land. And it's all great and stuff. However, boxing is known for American sport. It's an American sport. I mean, you got UK, absolutely. You have that culture. You have that side of Europe as well. But I think that for us fighters, we're so used to and custom of living in America.
And the fans and the fan base, like think about it, like of course, yeah, we would like to see Boots and Tio and Boots and Devin and Devin and Tio, but just think about it, that Devin and Tio in Saudi, like damn, we've been talking about that fight for a long time, and it's gonna be in Saudi. Even though that y'all world class fighters, we see Muhammad Ali fight George Foreman in
In South
Africa.
Africa, yeah.
We seen the Thriller Manila with Joe Frazier. So I understand it's a world sport, but I think these are type of fights that could be stadium fights. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I believe that they have every potential to be exactly what they need to be, and that's mega fights, and promoted that way. However, it's all about also location, just like real estate, right? Real estate is all the most important part about real estate is location. So it has to make sense. And I thought that they were having I think that's my thing, guys. I like Turkey. I like these guys from Saudi. I do.
mm,
However, as a boxer, as a fighter, I can't go. I can't not know where's next.
yeah, that's the
Even,
frustration. That's what I
even
was talking about earlier. About
I
y'all don't got
can't.
a schedule.
I understand. Like they came into our sport. They did great things. They're still doing great things and making good numbers. You know what I'm saying. And before they even went into any other sport, they started with boxing. Um, However, I think the only thing I could truly say is that they're very indecisive. one day they'll tell you something and the next they change it, and I can't live like that, bro. I got family. I got a kid that I haven't seen yet. There's things that I still am dealing with, and I can't just pack up my bags and go wherever they please just because you know the financial stuff is there. I'm not gonna sell my soul for $11 million.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, just working through those things, brother. Just working through those things. I mean,
Dang, $11 million. You say $11 million for that was the boost, the Devin Hagler was the $11 million, bro.
I understand. I just you know, I'm a Leo, bro. I'm a lion. I don't know. Some things
So
I just gotta work on. Some things I gotta work on. That's all. I think that
what
it
what
just some
what you
things that
think?
need to be worked on. That's all.
What you think you need to work on? Like what's the misconception about you? What you hear about what people say negatively about you, and what do you think that is constructive criticism? They write about that. I need to work on that. What are the things that you feel like you need to work on that you think that probably hinders you?
Um, I guess I gotta just let things simmer down sometimes. I think I speak out my mind a little too loud. So I
Mhm.
think even though even though I could feel some type of way, it's my opinion, it's the freedom of speech, at
Mhm.
least here in America, but it's not for everybody. Other
True.
than that, I think I just need to start taking ownership for myself, really. At the end, this is my career. I think I've done a great job so far, with my fighting as well. My
Mhm.
style only gonna get better. I think that I just need to. I need to dictate my career.
Without
Yeah.
not the DICK, just you need to
No,
dictate.
no, no. I have to dictate how I want my career to go. No, no, like no, yeah, like no
You
humor
don't want to
behind it.
yeah,
What's
you
the
don't want to
chat saying
dictate.
though? What's the chat saying?
Well, he said we got it's a freedom of speech. We got let me see.
It's
Saudi cars are so lifeless. Yeah, when I saw the Canelo Alvarez versus William score, like damn, that shit was dead. You know what I'm saying? And that's Canelo. You know,
I look, it's new for Saudi, it's new for the Middle East. It's such a different place. It's a beautiful, wonderful place. I'm not gonna lie, I've been there. It's great. I would, thanks to Dr. Rakan, to Ali, who's also Turkey's right hand man. Great, phenomenal people overall. Got nothing wrong to say about anyone there. However, the only thing I could say is I just gotta say, I think that it takes a while to build up that. Not a lot of people could just pack their stuff and take a 16-hour flight.
yeah, true.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
ain't
saying?
going. Yeah, I don't think American fans or like the UK fans that we just gonna pick up and and fly out there. We not like the UK with Ricky Hatton and Floyd Mayweather. We not like that.
Yeah.
Um, but
So, but
I think
but
go ahead.
no, but there's still offers on the table, and there's many others. I think right now, just taking my time. I'm not stressing about it. I think that I'm not stressing. It just gotta make sense to my liking. You know.
What's the situation when you went top rank?
What about him?
Because Oscar De La Hoya did say that if you're not with a promoter and things of that nature and stuff like that, what you feel about what Oscar De La Hoya did tweet? Let me put it out there again. Hold on.
Read
Oscar
between the
De,
lines, guys. Read between the lines.
Oscar De La Hoya said, Teofimo Lopez, bro, if you have no promoter, give me a call. I can give you advice and take care of your best interests. Let's make you a pay-per-view star like you deserve.
That's what's up. That's tough. That's major,
Man,
man.
I've been
Great
wanting to
man.
see I've been wanting to see a collaboration with you and Oscar De La Hoya for a long time. I always felt like, damn, Tio and Oscar, Golden Boy, they got the grips of the Latino fan of the region Latino fan base. They know how to promote Latinos more so than anything.
Yep.
Um, I think you never had that type of co-signing like everybody else have. You had to make it, make it from the mud, straight from the mud. You know what I'm saying? Just you and your dad promoting yourself, talking, and everybody else had that co-sign of the people that came up with you. And I think at this point, I think you did the best that
Don't
you
come
could
here,
do.
please. Don't come here, please. I'm talking with Punch. I mean, yeah.
I, I I think that you did the best that you could do. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you were collabing with Oscar, who did say 2 days ago that you are the best pound for pound fighter in the world?
It's a huge compliment, really. I said to him in front of the media there during their just after the weigh-ins for his show that just passed this past weekend, or this past Friday. I definitely said, I freaking did a project, a third in third grade. I did a project, and they were
Mm,
like, make a project of your hero, someone you want to be like, and it was Oscar De La Hoya. And I took my time, read about his backstory, the situation with his mother, him going through it
mm,
while winning the Olympic gold medal for USA and Mexico también. He was representing USA soil, but he put out the Mexican flag. Just all these things, and to hear him now, years later, how time could come around, and I think if I was to tell my 8-year-old self that at that time, I think I would have not ever believed that. I'd be like, no way, you lying, ain't no fucking way. But to hear it from him, just very grateful, very grateful. I think that's another thing to hear, to have that be known. Um, I'm. What's the point of rushing? What's the point?
yeah.
What's the
The
what's the point of rushing?
the correlation with you and Oscar, why I feel like it's just is a match, is a great collaboration, is because in his time he was a guy that was willing to fight anybody, anytime, any place in their prime. And
Yeah,
you in your time is the guy with the best resume, fighting guys in their prime, beating guys in their prime. That's why you two-time lineal should be recognized in the sport of boxing as the first two division
yo,
undisputed world champion.
I'm not even in the pound for pound list in the Ring magazine. Yo, but you know what though? You know what? I am. I'm just. I am. It's just not number one. I started off with the P. I'm pushing P. So pound for pound, I pushed the P for P. So um, I
Is that
I, I
is
think
that is
I'm.
that is that one of the reasons why you do got a chip on your shoulder? Like, yo, you all look at the things that you have done and accomplished, and still
It's
the
gonna be like
snub.
this. It's gonna stay. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna stay like this for some time. It's gonna be like this. I think that where I'm headed is much far further away from anyone else at this time. I had the privilege and the honor to be at Mayweather's gym, and he stood in the gym with me for 2 hours, just us solo, and just chopped it up, giving me good advice, great advice, good pointers in the ring. And then the following day I get to link up with the golden boy Oscar De La Hoya. So I'm just shopping right now, shopping, and,
Yo,
and learning from them and seeing who can really take the takeover to the next turning point of boxing, and really make it an enterprise for all the other young ones out there that are paving the way, seeing us do our thing, you know.
and what was one thing that you could share? I know that Floyd Mayweather is a private guy when he does have this
Yeah,
personal relationship with fighters. Was one thing that you could share that you
he's
that
not
you
broke.
could share?
He's not broke.
You see it for yourself, like, nah, that's a.
He showed me his account. He ain't broke.
Does he still inspire you like he did when you was young, when you wanted to fight, and when you saw him and spoke to him? You
Mhm.
know, does that boy in you still you're still inspired by Floyd?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always going to be a student of the game. I would tell the same to Oscar. We were watching the young fighters as well. But for
Hmm.
Floyd, I had him lace up my gloves while I was in his gym. I had him literally help me out. I just didn't want to record that for certain reasons. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah.
Not everybody needs to know what's going on behind closed doors. That I need to also, I need to tap in on that energy more and that frequency level,
Hmm.
because there's so many things happening behind these doors in a good humility way. However, I don't need everyone to know until we do it, So just I'm
Yeah.
just I'm just grateful for everything, and I think that people want to rush this Devin Haney situation as a ship. I think of the Haneys as a sheep led to the slaughter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the Haneys are sheep led to a slaughter. I think Bill will sell his son for $1. I think that
Ooh.
I and hey, you know what? Hey, no problem with that. However, when the time was for us to take that opportunity, they didn't give it to us. And now that the tables have turned, now it's all about, hey, that's cool. All right, I see what everyone wants to do. Let me think about it.
It's
You
true.
know,
Yeah. Top Rank did
same thing with
say.
Boots. We wanted Boots. Boots didn't come away. I don't know too much in depth about it. I think they're keeping him quiet.
Mhm.
And hey, he's the king of 147. I just want to face the best. That's all. And whoever to the chat, you guys decide who you guys want to see Teofimo fight next. I think that'll be great.
I
Um,
did a poll. I did a poll. I did a poll the other couple of days ago. 70% wants you and Boots rather than you and Devin. On Twitter, the same thing. People want you and Boots. I think they see. I think they see they respecting you. They're going to be great. That's number one. They see also the momentum of Boots and the momentum of you. You had the best performance in that May 2nd card. You have great momentum. You looked sharp. You looked great. The only thing that was missing was the knockout, but everything was working on all cylinders. And everything was working great. And then Boots Ennis had a great, outing with
Topics.
Stanionis. Good stoppage with Stanionis. So the boxing community is so everybody's talking about how bored it's been for a while, and all we want is exciting. And we know that Tio and Boots does bring an excitement, and you have that clash, and you have legacy put into play. The two Ring Magazine lineal champions going at it
I
in
think
their
that
prime.
I think everybody contradicts themselves. They say I compete to the level of my competition. So when the competition is high, you're gonna get the level of competition. I don't understand. I think I'm just meant to fight the best. I'm not meant to fight C level fighters or D level fighters. It doesn't get me going. I think the best of the best gotta fight the best. That's what I'm aiming to do. And now everyone notices. Now that everyone's kind of seeing a pattern, they're going back on their word. You know, little bitches, little punks.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I'll say that. You guys are not real. I'm thankful, man. Honestly, I'm thankful.
No, it's true. People don't they contradict themselves, bro. It is. It is when they like to mention certain fights, the Sandor, the Jermaine Ortiz, but then you got the Loma, you got the Josh Taylor, then you calling out for the Buds and the Boots, and if they think that you're not ready for it,
Which
but
they
they
both ducked.
but and also Devin Haney did duck that contract before going to Turkey Al Sheikh. I did send him a contract and they declined, and Bill Haney also said they declined because they didn't want to work with Top Rank.
Okay, so who's ducking? I think right now I just wanna. I need to focus on my family tree. You
Mhm.
guys will see me back in the ring. I'm gonna keep making noise. We just did a dance video with the Jabberwockies that should be coming out very soon.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a son. Oh yeah, you got your
Just
belt back. They stole your belt, right?
yeah, I gotta go get it, but I got it back, man. So I got it back. I got it back. They got their
Yeah.
trophy back though. We did a fair trade. You know.
All right, all right, all right. Yo, but man, it's good that you did though. Apologize. I think that was a good move. You know what I'm saying? It showed fairness in the public eye as well, because I don't think that Turkey
No,
never.
man, that took away a lot of my street cred. That took a lot of my shit. You know what I'm saying? But in order for things to come forward, I had to let go of a lot of things, and it's a give and take in this world. Um, I think that it's okay. It was hard. It was hard to do something of that nature, but I knew I was in the wrong, so it wasn't as difficult. You know,
Hey yo,
um,
bro, we all as humans, bro. We have jobs we gotta go to. We have to pay attention. We have
yeah,
to work with supervisors and managers. We have to work with pay that we don't like, that we don't want to go to work. And at the end of the day, that's life. We gotta swallow our pride sometimes, just to move forward, because is to take care of our family at the end of the day, and not close, doors that could easily be open and stay open.
and then I liked the fact that PBC. PBC as well. I was there. The hospitality, just the ambiance, the way they all work, the way I got, I collected a nice hat, feel me? So I think things are in play, and I'm very grateful for everybody, all the promoters, that are in the sport of boxing. I don't got no problems with anybody. I think there was some miscommunication between me and Turkey. There's too many hands in the pot. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I think that causes friction. I had to take a step back and realize that. Other than that, I'm not going to call out none of the promoters. I'm not going to uh, I'm not gonna blast their name. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. I think that at the end, I'm getting older, and this is my job. I'm not gonna cut my finances just because of things that people don't need to know about. You
Facts,
guys,
facts.
you guys will have to go through it as fighters and as managers and as people that love the sport. I don't need to tell you guys everything,
Dang, yep.
but
That's facts.
even though I said a lot of things, but.
Look,
Um,
yeah,
what's the
you
chat?
don't
What's up with chat? How they doing?
the chat.
We
What's up?
gotta
We
talk with
got
the chat.
the punch. Please take the blade. Shut up. Boots been ducking everybody. Um, they got a new name, Puss in Boots. Shout out to Puss in Boots.
It's tough.
Um,
That's tough. I like the Philly shell. That shit was funny.
yeah. That was funny. That was funny. Let me see what everybody else is saying.
Wordplay.
Tio versus Crawford.
That'd be nice. That'd be
Yo,
nice.
what you feel about the performance? I know you answer how you feel about Jermall Charlo. I'm happy that he's back, yo, and he gave you a
Yeah,
lot of
man.
props as well, man.
Absolutely. Lions only, man. Lions only. Shout out to the Charlo brothers. They've always been real from the jump. Honestly, they've always been
Hmm.
a supporter, and so have I. And I got nothing wrong to say about them. I'm happy to see them back on their feet. Really, and Jamal like coming back to that in that way. So, he's doing his thing, and he just gotta stay consistent now. Don't be hanging around. Don't be drinking too much. Don't be doing none of that. Just go back and lock in, man. Because this 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 window that we have of success is so short that it'll go away like this. So
Yeah, man. That's and shout out to Jermall Charlo. I know he's been dealing with stuff outside of the ring with family. Getting a divorce.
get
Fighting
off.
for fighting for fight.
I'm playing tough guy.
Fighting for his 5 kids. So that could be a strain for any man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that fighters go through things like us regular human beings and things of that nature. So, you
Yeah.
know, so I'm glad that he's back, and I'm glad that he's back. I'm glad that you holding your own as well. People don't know things that you going through yourself that nobody need to know that nobody need to know, but you also going through things as well. It's not that easy.
It's part of it. I think that it's to make us better men. Tougher
Hmm.
men, thick skin. Something that definitely will continue to happen in my career, my life. I'm only 27, so nevertheless, just a learning. Look, it's only a mistake when you repeat it. I'm not going to repeat these types of mistakes. I'm just going to learn from them as lessons, so that it just be an experience. You know.
I say this, man. It was good. Humble that is a humbling that and maturity that you did apologize. But I also feel like, Turkey done a good thing in the sport of boxing. Should humble and also accept and lock in some good fights. You know what I'm saying? Fighters go back and forth with promoters, business handlers, and stuff like that since the Tyson days. We seen Canelo with Oscar. We seen, you know,
Eddie,
Ma-
Eddie and Canelo.
Eddie and Eddie and Eddie
We're seeing
Canelo.
Triple G with not with Tom Loeffler, but with Oscar. Uh,
Eubank Frank Warren.
yeah,
Um, who
yeah,
else? Who else? You got even
plenty.
Ryan Garcia with Oscar De La Hoya. Ryan Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya.
You
Floyd Mayweather
seen
tank.
you've seen Devin with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
but
think
His Excellency is not used to this type of treatment because no one does it. No one's, I guess, stupid enough to do it. So I think
well
that's what it is.
Shakur had to
Yeah,
Shakur
he had to go through that. Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as me just directly sending the shot, you know. But no,
But
you know, I we'll see where boxing takes me, and I think that hopefully, you know, yeah, hopefully we see everybody, you know, see me fighting very soon. I think that yeah, I think so. It's well deserved, man. It's well earned.
of course, man, you in position, man. You still in position. People calling you out. See that Haney's want to fight you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Richardson Hitchens, of course, in that fight that they're going to be having June 14th at Madison Square Garden, the winner's going to fight you. And matter, let's say George Kambosos gets an upset, that'll be a rematch, a unification bout, and a rematch. So
Mhm.
that's still open. Brian Norman Jr. still want to fight you.
Mhm.
So there's people still calling. There's still money on the table. There's still fights on the table and opportunities for you to enhance your legacy. You know.
Yeah, that's why I'm maintaining my weight right now, 151, 152, just in case any weight class wants to get some action and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I've been maintaining this weight, been training every day, just you know. So I think that's another great thing. I definitely want to answer some of the questions for the chat before I head out.
Let me
And
get this
yeah,
one. EA Loop $5 super chat says H Town is the city with most Honduran people in the U.S. We waiting for him over. I bet Dallas, San Antonio will come to see him.
yeah,
We'll go to
absolutely.
Texas.
Yeah,
And
you
you,
know, hey, everything bigger in Texas.
yeah. And isn't Honduran also the Independence Week the same week that is the Mexican Independence as well
You know,
in
I'm not that.
September?
I think you may just be right.
Yeah, September is the
I'm
same
just
week.
I'm gonna agree. Nah, I'm just gonna agree. I'm gonna be like,
No, I think so.
might
I,
be right though.
the Honduran in the chat, let it be known. I do think that is the same week, a week after, or the same week.
You
You
know, I think
got you.
it's great. Hey, Gringo Catracho, ya tú sabes. Tio's the Kanye West of boxing. And what is it? Emin or Eamon?
Emin,
Emin.
Emin, Tio the Kanye West of boxing. Yeah, man, boisterous, controversial, great, great, controversial. I mean, it's a good mixture. It just need to translate to the revenue. The
Yeah,
controversial, the
yeah.
greatness need to
I mean,
translate to the revenue.
I think you know every media outlet, everybody out there is. This is how you cause some things to happen. Of course, it's a risk, but we risk our lives every time we're in that ring. So, you know, just trying to give everyone their entertainment at the same time. Listen, you know, His Excellency called me crazy. I think he didn't understand what crazy meant.
Yeah,
So,
when he heard that crazy from now, he's probably saying, "Yeah, he is crazy. This motherfucker is crazy." Shout out to Turkey.
I know,
Teofimo Lopez, you best apologize to me, motherfucker.
right?
You best apologize to me. Hey, yo, anybody with the questions, man? Where's the questions at, man? Come on, man. The champ is here. You saw the Furious one. Tio, what do you think about Raymond Moretaya?
Raymond Morataya. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's skillful. However, he still needs his ways to get up there. I think what is he fighting for the IBF eventually or something like that?
I think he's waiting for the Keyshawn Davis. I think he wants Keyshawn Davis next.
Okay, that's something that people will want to find interest to. I mean, he is Raymond is Mexican American or American Mexican, so that'd be cool to see everybody. You know, black and brown is how you get down. So
Yo, Christian Padilla said Tio is the future of boxing. I think he's the right.
that's
Good looking
love,
out,
man.
Christian Padilla.
Thank you, Christian. That's love, brother. Thank you, guys. Hey, thank you to everyone on the chat. Whether you're talking bad or talking good, you're talking about the takeover, and that's the whole cue of it all. So, thank you.
I'm talking about fans. Tio, would you fight winner of Tim Zoo and Fundora? 154.
Oh yeah, hey, here's a backstory to Fundora. Me and Fundora, we actually fought at the title nationals in Atlanta, Georgia, in
I didn't know about
2000
that.
in 2012. I think 2012 or 2013. He was the tallest kid in my weight class. We made it to the finals. I busted his nose and I beat him, and we won. But I've known the family for a long time. You know, the whole family has truly actually all of them have been boxing forever. They used to actually travel in a van and go to every tournament out there around the country, literally. And they would live in the van. Like they come from the struggles. I was there to see that and be part of it. Definitely would love that too. I think 154 would be fun to explore.
Yeah, that look like a that right there is like, yo, he got like what, like a
No, he was tall.
he's
Yeah,
like
I'll
six
just
six and he
I'm
got his.
punching I'm punching his kneecaps. I'm punching his fucking hips. And
That's you
I'm
like
break-
when in Rocky 3 when Rocky fought Hulk Hogan.
Yo, for real. Yo, the size difference is gonna be crazy, man.
Crazy, yo. You be punching kneecaps, man. You be knocking
Nah,
out the
that part.
kneecaps.
That part.
Hey, yo, y'all slacking with the questions, man. Y'all, they shy right now. Christian said, yo, T.O. get a belt at 147, so Boots has no choice but to fight you for undisputed. So Brian Norman. Gotta get
That
Brian
part.
Norman. Gotta
Man,
get a
listen.
Brian Norman.
Listen, it makes it's most ideal me and Boots. Why they shying away?
It's
It
weird. Yo,
makes
to be
us
honest, I find it weird. Like, I
it
don't know.
makes
This is the
us
it makes too much sense. In boxing, it always says, yo, if it makes sense, makes sense. The money's right, the accomplishment, he needs your name. You're the most accomplished fighter that he can have in his resume. I don't know, man. I don't understand, man. Bozy, he has a lot of respect for you. Boots have a lot of respect for you. Your father always spoke great about Boots and his father. You never even trash talked them before. It's always
until
been
now.
respect since day one.
Yeah, until
I,
now, because it's competition.
it's competition, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't
we know,
understand.
we understand the challenge at stake. We understand the well-round generalship that he carries in the ring, and we just want to test that. You know, we want to test the market on that. You know, and test my abilities. Listen, you know, it's about the best fighting the best. You know, I believe that I've already conquered all of 140. Everybody else has been recycled, but I've been defending it. I've been killing it, and I've been taking it over. So you know, but thank you for the questions for sure.
All right, brother. Fans, they said what to look at.
No liquor here. No liquor here.
Where the water at? Where the water at? Man,
Yeah, that's
why you trying to bait the champ, man? Come on, man. You gotta leave a clean slate right now. Come on, man.
nah, yeah, it's cool, man.
We
Clean
got water. We
slate.
got spring water, essential water. Where's the essential water at? Where's the
It ain't here
essential
no.
water?
It ain't in my pocket no more. That's for sure. It ain't in my pocket no more. Wishing them the best. But
You said
yo,
H.
let me
Yo,
see. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what's next.
what if what will be the
I just
what
want to
will
publicly announce to everybody, I'm all ears for everyone on the table.
okay. Oh,
May the best man persuade. May the best man have the gift of gap. May the best man come and join the takeover.
I mean, hey, I guess if Boots don't want to fight, that's the fight that I would love to see. And he's trying to duck it. And there's the T.O. and the Haney, or the T.O. and the Ryan, or the T.O. What you think about T.O.? What about you and Rolly? What you think about that fight? You and Rolly. He beat Ryan.
No, I get it. Nah, I won't do Rolly. Nah, man. I'd rather have somebody else do that to him. I don't want to carry that on me. We
I
already
get it.
forgave. We already in the locker room forgave ourselves. We forgave each other and everything, just from
All
the
right.
slander that we did. I'd rather keep it like that. Unless he's calling me out and pushing forward on the fight, I wish him the best and congratulations on his, you know, win against Ryan Garcia. You know, he definitely does. He definitely deserves it. He definitely did his part. A lot of people were against him and thought that he'll be out.
You think you're gonna be here in New York City for the Richardson Hitchens and Camboso? You gonna come out here or not
Who
for the Richardson Hitchens fight
who would
in
go
two?
out there?
You coming out here?
Me? Hey man, to be continued.
Hey, that's a possible fight as well. New York, Richardson Hitchens and Tio, Brooklyn.
To be continued, man. I know they got the USA Boxing Nationals in the summer festival out here in Vegas at the Westgate. around that time. I made promises to come out, probably do TikToks and stuff with the kids. You know what I'm saying, and show face. You know, and definitely give a lot of love back to the community that and the amateur field that really started all of us.
That's
So
what's
we'll
up,
see.
man.
We'll see, man. It's all about the kids at this point, and any day after that. So yeah, man.
All right, man.
Well,
So,
shit, Punch. Well, I'm gonna leave you with that, bro. I know I
yo,
said good things. I wish everybody well, and to His Excellency, which is his title, guys. It is his title. He's earned it, and especially over there in Saudi Arabia, it is like that. It is their culture. So, with Your Excellency of Turkey Al Sheikh, I just want to say, brother, wish you the best. You know, and always love. All praise be to Allah, to you all. And may we see brighter days, may we see good days, and may the sport continue to be great, because that's what we're all about. Make boxing great again. Thank you, Punch. Thank you to everybody on the
you're
chat.
welcome, champ. You're welcome,
You
champ,
already
man.
know,
Can't wait to
man.
see you back in the ring, bruv.
Absolutely, absolutely. Major love, fellas.
All right, brother. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez. You already know. Punch Run Boxing. The champ elaborating on his reasons on apologizing to Turkey Al Sheikh. And that's a good thing, man. It is what it is, man. Can't close doors. Gotta keep all the doors open. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep all the doors open. HLD said, "What happened to the super chats, man? The super chats here, bro." E-Man said, "Yo, Tio, we needed to see you fight 2 more times this year. Good looking out, E-Man." Punches, right? Hey, yo, I got to block. Hey, yo, block any homo stuff that you see in the chat. If y'all got a wrench, block any rainbow stuff that y'all see in the chat. Now we gonna talk boxing. If y'all gonna talk about this little rainbow stuff because it's June, y'all could be out. Bro, all the super chats now censored? No, man. People still sending super chat, brother. Shout out to the champ, man. But yeah, man. I think that's what he need to do. And you see what I'm talking about? You see how my boy Tio, I could crack jokes and stuff like that. We all good. We always good. You the best to apologize, motherfucker. Apologize to me right now. Do you want Devin? Do you want boots? How dare you call me dictator? How dare you call me dictator? Turkey, I say we're gonna smack with a plate of halal food. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis, but Keyshawn Davis always call out T.O. when he's ready to fight. Let's be real, let's be honest. Because right after his fight, shout out to Keyshawn Davis, right after this fight, he said he don't want to fight Teofimo Lopez. Then when he's about to fight Eder de los Santos, and Eder de los Santos don't promote, he needs to mention Teofimo Lopez. Every time Keyshawn Davis is about to fight, he does mention Teofimo Lopez. Let's be real, let's be honest. I like Keyshawn. Y'all know that. But why you wasn't calling him out right after your fight? He didn't even want to call out Gervonta Tank Davis. Rap Store Boxing Knowledge. It's a salute. Yo, Punch, what do you think about Raymond Muritaya? He's good. Nothing special in my opinion. Nothing special. I seen a lot of not a lot, but I don't cause he's beatable. He's highly beatable. I don't see him beating Gary Antoine Russell. I could see Gary Antoine Russell beating him. I could see Puello probably beating him. I could see Sandor Martin beating him. I see Teofimo Lopez beating him. I see Richardson Hitchens. That'll be a good fight. I could see it being highly competitive, but I don't think that he's this unstoppable force or nothing like that. So I think Tio beats him. I think him and I think that Moritaya beats Arnold Barbosa. I think that Moritaya beats Jose Ramirez. Things like that. Punch. I'm hiking I'm like to play some of the interviews on my live soon, bro. Yeah, of course, rap. Of course, man. That's what's up, bro. And matter of fact, man, I'm gonna tune out right now. Yo, shout out to everybody, man. Thank you for smashing the like. Love y'all. God bless. Tomorrow we back at it with another live. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.